live this way. Sorry, I'm trying to get my stuff together. It's too low. Sorry for the awkward faces. Wait. Why I can't do it not horizontally, I have no idea. Fuck. Sorry. Trying to go backwards. And I wonder if it'll let me see the comments. Live chat. There we go. Not that anyone's really gonna show up. So camera's right. Okay. Sorry. I don't know what it is, but going live mobile is so much freaking easier than it is going live on a computer, which is frustrating because it shouldn't be that hard. And I'm still trying to adjust my camera on my phone. If I have to sit back, I will. Okay, I guess that's better. All right, welcome to the two who are with us right now. If I look down, it's because I'm looking at my tablet. I was trying to see if I could get the live chat on there, but let's see. So I think it should just pop up on the screen. I'm not sure. Never done it this way before. But so, yeah. I haven't done a live stream in a long time, so I'm sorry. But the point of this live is to go over the video I made yesterday. And I want to start out first saying I'm sorry for my delivery. My message, what I was trying to convey didn't come across right. And I am sorry for sounding very egotistical and very judgy, I guess. But so I want to make it right and redo the video, and I thought I would do it live. So, you know, if people have things that they want to add in, perfect. We can discuss it together. So if anybody comes in, if not, you know, it's a work day. I'm off. This is my scheduled day off now, is Wednesdays. And sorry for the background noise. I'm right next to the highway. But so, yeah, yesterday I made a video, and the point of the video was not to say all Christians are a problem and they're causing more Satanists. That's not what I was trying to say. The point of the video was to relay a message that my guides had given me, all right, which were the hateful, right, or fake Christians. I should have probably stated that when I was, you know, talking and, you know, explaining things. So what I mean, or what I meant was that it's the fake Christians, not all Christians, just the fake ones, the ones that, you know, I don't, if anyone has gone to church or grew up going to church and whatnot, I'm sure you've come across people, fake Christians, that will just preach their thing, but then they'll also be like, anybody who is LGBTQ is gonna go to hell and stuff like that. Or if you don't believe in the Lord, you're going to hell. Pretty much verbal abuse to somebody, something you normally want to say to somebody. I'm talking about those people. I'm not talking about the your typical Christian, the loving ones, because not everybody is hateful. And I just wanted to clarify what I meant. So I'm not talking about all Christians. I'm talking about the fake ones who are more about hate than they are about love. The ones that pretty much, if you don't do, or you're not up to their standards, then you're going to hell kind of people. And I know a lot of those people, okay? I went to Sunday school as a kid, and while um, Catholicism and Christianity are about two separate things, half of my family is not Christian. I mean, is Christian, and the other half's like Catholic, right? And so I was around a lot of people that are both, okay? Now, when I say fake Christians, I also want to include fake Catholics as well. I'm going to include all of them. Technically, in my opinion, they're very similar, so sometimes I lump them together. There's some major differences, but overall, the way they act, and I'm saying the fake ones, the way they act is very hurtful to society, okay? And so that's what I really wanted to discuss. And I'm not trying to, hi Veronique, I'm not trying to create a witch hunt for all Christians and Catholics, because they're not all bad, and I know that. I'm just talking about the fake ones, the ones that'll, the ones that take your monies, the ones that preach hate instead of love. That's what I really wanted to talk about, okay? So I hope that clarifies what I'm trying to convey, because I'm not trying to say it's everybody. I know it's not everybody, just the fake ones. So here we go. So with recent events, with the Roe versus Wade, you have the new abortion situation, you have the contraceptive situation. In some states, they're banning that stuff, which, you know what, if you're pro-life, pro-choice, that is your thing. I believe everybody should have a choice because of the whole free will thing. I do agree with that. And that's where I'm going to stop, okay? Because this isn't supposed to be political. But, so we'll have these nasty, fake Christians or Catholics that will be trying to push their beliefs on other people, which already I'm not a fan of, because if you believe in God or multiple gods, we as people were given free will. So we should have the ability to choose what happens to ourselves, right? And so if you start forcing religious beliefs on other people, it's gonna backfire, especially if they're not of that religion, okay? So I'm not gonna go through all the religions. We all know there's hundreds or thousands of different kinds of religions. But so to start being like, okay, well, it's this way, or, oh, now you're going to jail, not freaking cool. And this is why it's going to backfire, okay? Because you have people in my generation and younger, and the people younger than than what's in my generation, they're a little more brutal than we are, okay? They don't give a shit about anything. And so when you start trying to preach your religion onto other people, they're going to rebel, and these guys are more volatile, and so what are they going to do? They're going to do something that gets under your skin, right? And what is one thing that gets under the skin of Christians and Catholics? That would have to do with anything devil related, right? And so what they're going to do is going to be like, okay, well, now I'm going to go into Satanism, or I'm going to, I don't know, mess with demon worshiping, just to get up under your skin. Hi, Diana. Hi, it's been so long. And so they're going to do things to get under your skin. Now, a lot of them might not actually go through with it. They might just say, okay, I'm going to be a Satanist, right? And they'll just say it just to piss you off. But some of them that are more petty, okay, aren't going to be messing around, and they're going to be serious, And they're going to be like, well, I'm going to go somewhere that is more accepting to who I am as a person, right? And so with the Satanism tenets, right, they have a bunch of tenets, and a lot of it preaches like, if you read over them, and I should bring it up because I'm not prepared, but one has to do with like justice, and if someone does something to you, they should be able to give it right back, which that's not justice, that's vengeance. So I'm going to look this up real quick. Satanism. And there's 7 of them. And this is directly from their website, okay? So this is what I'm going to read to you. There are 7 fundamental tenets, right? 1 should strive to act with compassion and empathy towards all creatures in accordance with reason. Yes, I agree with that. Oh yeah, Diana, the Montero video. Yes, we will talk about that. But so these tenets are what's going to hook people in, especially the younger generation who doesn't find or hasn't found a place that they belong to, right? Because this, to be honest, looks pretty freaking good, and I would want to be a part of something like this if all I knew were the tenets, right? And I'm not saying that I would do it. I'm just saying at first glance, if you don't know anything about Satanism, this looks pretty good. Oh yeah, and people are like, oh well, Christians are homophobes, so go Satan. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the fake Christians that are homophobes, that's not helping them. So let's go with number 2. The struggle for justice is an ongoing and necessary pursuit that should prevail over laws and institutions. Now you got to be careful with that one because you have to find the line between justice and vengeance. And sometimes those lines are blurred and people don't know the difference. Hi, Ghost. Sorry, he's now in the video. Well, you probably can't see him. So far, it looks pretty decent, right? Number 3, one's body is inviolable, subject to one's own will alone, right? So the whole my body, my choice thing, right? That's sounding pretty good. And so these fake Christians and their abortions already, it's not going well for them, right? Number 4, the freedoms of others should be respected, including the freedom to offend. To willfully and unjustly encroach, am I saying that right? I don't even know. Upon the freedoms of another is to forego one's own. Okay? So, should be respected. Freedom should be respected. So look, it's looking really good. And I understand the mind frame. And sorry if I'm trying to figure out where to look because my phone is flipped. But so far, these are looking so good. Christianity is a fear-based religion, and once a kid is no longer afraid, it goes to other side and rebel. Exactly. I don't know how to get these comments to stay up longer, but they go up pretty fast, so I can't read it fast enough. So bear with me here. I'm a slow reader. But yeah, part of Christianity is fear-based. So is Catholicism. Now, number 5, belief should conform to one's best scientific understanding of the world. One should take care never to distort scientific facts to fit one's beliefs. Again, that's very understandable, and I actually agree to it. All right, number 6, people are fallible. If one makes a mistake, one should do one's best to rectify it and resolve any harm any harm that might have been caused. Yeah. I agree with that. Number 7, every tenet is a guiding principle designed to inspire nobility in action and thought. The spirit of compassion, wisdom, and justice should always prevail over the written or spoken word. All right. And this is directly from the satanictemple.com website. So that's their website. They wrote that. And so I don't know if I flip this around, I don't know if you'll see it. But do you see in the star there, the upside down pentagram, what's in there? It looks like Baphomet's head. And I've been trying to do as much research as I can on him, and he's really hard to find information on. Whether that's on purpose or not, you guys can make your own decision. I think that's on purpose. But so the first place I noticed mention of Baphomet was scripts from this the Knights Templar, right? And so they used that idol as the opposite for, I guess, the God that the Christians were, or Catholics were trying to, use. And so allegedly they saw, or I also want to say that I didn't quite understand that. I wasn't sure if they were trying to say, oh, well, if it's not our God, then it's evil. And so they said Baphomet, which we already know Baphomet is a demon and he's evil. I've been attacked by his proxies. I have friends that have been attacked by his proxies. It's not a good situation to be in. But so I'm going through their website really quick because I'm just very curious. Okay, they don't have that much on here. But so at first glance, it looks like a welcoming place for people, or it also looks like a place that's very accepting, right? And I will agree with the tenets of what they say to some point. Now, the whole justice thing, I think that can be misconstrued. It's hard because they get in your head and make you doubt yourself. They do. They do. I found that out the hard way on TikTok because I had argued with this girl. And, she was bringing up some good points about, their beliefs and tenets and stuff. But the thing is, what is behind those tenets, though? So the main object or symbol behind Satanism, or their version of Satanism, to me it's all the same, is Baphomet, right? Well, if it's supposed to be about good things and being welcoming and accepting everybody, why would you pick a demon? And why would you pick a demon? Well, I should say it like this. The demon they picked, and all demons are fucking evil. Like, I'm not even gonna get into that because I have a bunch of videos that already talk about that. But why would you pick a figurehead that is fine with rape, murder, and all that other yucky stuff, right? I don't know what I can and cannot say on live. I don't even know. But why would, if you want a group, right, why not pick a different symbol? Something like that's good. And so I guess the problem too is the way that Baphomet is represented, especially online, and I don't want to say all books because he's not represented all good in all books, but from what I've seen on the internet and doing my research, it's really hard to find anything about him. I've seen stuff on like the Knights Templar, like I said, and yeah, bestiality, and I didn't want to say the pedo thing because I don't know if that'll flag me when this video is then up normal, not live. Which, yeah. But you said it. You're not wrong. You're absolutely right. Maybe because the Christians already knew him, people have fear of the unknown. Yeah, absolutely. And my brain is getting really scrambled. I'm trying to like get my thoughts in order here. But so when I was doing research, I found not an ebook. It was an audiobook. And I can put that down below because I forget what it's called. But it's kind of like, it talks about the origins of Baphomet and how they just pulled his name out of, I can't think of what it's called. The symbol, it's got like the two snakes, and then I think there's like a banner, and then it says this thing in Latin, and they say it's like a shorthand for Baphomet. I don't know if I agree with that. I kind of feel like they were pulling for straws there. But so this is the main point, because my guides they gave me this message to relay, and I need to do a better job at relaying it, because to be honest, I'm horrible at my delivery, and I know I got to work on it. And so the main thing that they told me to share is that you have these fake Christians and Catholics, and they are preaching hate, right? And a scepter is the symbol of healing. Yes. Thank you, Veronique. But there's these letters or words that say something that they turn into Baphomet. And so that's why they are trying to make it like he's good. But from what I've experienced, he's not good. But so, I already lost my train of thought, sorry. But yeah, so these fake Christians that are preaching hate, and not just Christians, but Catholics and stuff. Some people argue that Templars stole him from Egypt and he's an Egyptian god. Sorry, I couldn't read that fast enough. I don't know how to fix that. I don't know the story about that, but I really want to look into that. But like I was saying, with all the hate that they're spreading, okay, it's turning people into Satanism, into dark things, just to rebel against them. Which, are you mobile? Yes, I'm mobile, Diana. I thought this was easier than messing with my computer, because it takes me so long and I forget my settings and all that stuff, where I could just hit a button and I'm in. Unless you know there's a way to make it slower. No, I can't. But anyway, I went searching for him on Reddit and see what the Reddit homies thought about it. I barely could find anything. Yeah, no, it's so hard to find. Unless you buy books or audiobooks, which, let's be real, we don't have the money for that, okay? It's very difficult, but it's hard to find, like, hard proof when they're making it very difficult to find it. And the only thing that I can go off of, other than the remnants I can find online, is my experiences and talking to my friends and talking with other people with similar experiences. And I don't want anyone in my family accidentally picking up any of those books. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because they're going to be like, what the fuck? I mean, that happened to me. My dad was like, is there something I should know? And I was like, no, I'm just learning about religion. Relax. But yeah, no, like, at first glance, when you're learning about demonology and someone sees what you're doing, they're going to get the wrong impression. That's how it is. No matter what, they just always think the worst, which is kind of sad. And our parents should just trust us. But sometimes that's not how it is. But yeah, this live is pretty much to right the wrongs that I made in my previous video, which I unlisted. It was brought to my attention that how I phrase things made it look not so good. And yeah, I wanted to apologize for that, and I feel horrible. But I will also like to say thank you for the person, I believe it was V, for pointing it out. Thank you so much for pointing it out, because I don't want to come across as egotistical. I don't want to come across as I'm a Christian hating piece of shit. Like, that is not my intention at all, okay? I just want to, share the message that I was given, and maybe educate some people, and maybe, have them open their eyes to the truth and see what's going on. But yeah, that video was kind of horrible, and I am so sorry for anybody who saw it and, thought the worst. Not only that, but The Conjuring 3, his daughters became tempted by artifacts of the priests and the demons behind them. Yeah. Yeah. I will never collect anything dark, if that makes sense. Anything. So like if you go to, I don't know, you go to a graveyard, right? And it's a place where people do rituals and stuff, and I see something there from that ritual, I am not bringing that home, and no one should do that. That's too dangerous. You don't know what they did. Plus, unless you're seeing a relative or a loved one that had passed away, I honestly think it might be a little disrespectful to just show up at a graveyard to ghost hunt, or, you know what I mean, for fun. I think that's very disrespectful. And unless you are visiting a loved one and you're paying your respects, that's not the same thing. But people need to stay the hell out of graveyards and cemeteries and stuff, because it's not cool. It's really not. And so when I see like ghost hunting and Zach Bagel Bites, and I see those TV shows in graveyards and cemeteries, I kind of feel like it's tacky, but B, it's disrespectful for those who were laid to rest there. Even if, the dead aren't hanging around their graves, which most of them aren't anyway. But I don't know. I just get a funny, or not a funny, but I don't know. I just get a weird feeling about that. I don't particularly like when people just show up there. Other mediums said that graveyards are relatively low on spirits. Yes, that's correct, because spirits, especially earthbound spirits, need alive people to feed off of. So if you go to a cemetery or graveyard, all that's there are dead people. So you're not going to get a lot of people that are alive. So yes, I believe that to be true. I've never seen any dead people at a graveyard anyway, like spirits. Obviously, you've seen a lot of dead people because they're buried, but you know what I mean? Like, I haven't seen spirits at a graveyard. I've seen them in the middle of a road, just walking there like, hey. I've seen it that way. Not, it's a rare thing, but I've seen more people in the middle of a road that is secluded. I've seen that more than I've ever seen anybody at a graveyard or cemetery. But, yeah. So, if anybody knows a way that I can see the chat, let me know, because I can only read, it only lets me read like a few lines of it, and then it has ... and I can't see the entire message. So if there is a way that I can see it mobily, or if I have to go on another device, I could also do that. But it's not like Twitch where you can just pull up YouTube and then your own video and watch yourself. I mean, I can try, but I don't think it'll let me. Nope, I can't do it. Wait, what was that? See if it lets me. I think it... Live chat. Ooh, it might let me. Come on. Let me see. There we go. Now I can see it. I'm going to go back and read through these real quick. So, yeah, I went on to my tablet, which I'm glad I have now. So, sorry, I'm just reading through this. All right. I think I already went through all of it that you guys already said, so yep, we're good. We're up to date on the comments. But yeah, I think that the most important thing is, no matter what religion anyone is a part of, the only way to be successful is to preach love and acceptance. That's the only way. That's the only way that it'll work. Because if you don't, you're going to have these people rebelling. And now with the new laws coming through, with the abortion stuff, the laws, and I'm noticing that they're trying to mix church and state together, which I believe you can't do that. Like, that's supposed to be separate. That is law, but they're trying to mix it together. If I can move this a little bit. Okay. But yeah, that's a problem, and it's just gonna backfire. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I've missed? I don't know. I don't remember. See, I'll start going on a tangent, and then I'll completely forget what I was talking about and my points, and I should just have a note sheet of what I wanted to talk about. So this doesn't happen. So we got and again, I'm just talking about the fake Christians and Catholics. Trying to feed a baby bird at the same time. I believe that too. Only people who might stay are confused spirits or negative spirits. Yeah, I agree. The ones that stay at their cemetery and graveyards are probably really just confused on what to do. Veronique, how are you feeding a baby bird? That's kind of cool though. Yeah, so I feel like if you're going to get any entities at a graveyard or cemetery, they're not going to be very good. I mean, it's not impossible to have earthbound spirits there. I don't think that is ever impossible. I think it's very possible. But like you said, there's no energy source for them, so they're not going to stick around. Now, I can see maybe demonic entities hanging around because it's death. But I feel like in general, a graveyard is just not a good place to be unless people are doing rituals there. Then you're going to find a lot of stuff there. Not good stuff. It's going to be bad. Yeah. And I also made some shorts. I was trying to do shorts on my channel just to bring in more views and more subs. And it's kind of working. And I don't know if I'm going to stick to the tarot channel that I made. It's so hard to make videos, especially just one a week, let alone two. But I don't know. I think I might keep it separate just because it's two different subjects there. I saw Veronique. I got the notification. I can look real quick if you want me to. Which, fuck, I forget how to. There we go. My tablet's so different from my phone, so to access stuff is different. All right. Oh my god, it's so little. What kind of bird is it? Not gonna lie, it looks like it's sitting in pad thai, like the food. You can tell I'm hungry right now. Oh, it's so cute though. Let me go back to my channel. Yeah. But, so yeah, I didn't have that much to talk about, really. I just wanted to right the wrongs I made in my last video, because it was kind of very aggressive, and that was not my intention. I was just frustrated because it kind of made me relive some of the verbal and mental abuse that I went through with the church. And I know a lot, and most of the real Christians aren't like that. It's just the fake ones that preach all this bullshit and then pretty much do the opposite of what they preach. Very greedy people. The church in general, I feel like, and this might upset a lot of people, I feel like the church is just a facade, really, just to cover up all the bad things that go on. Like, don't get me wrong, and I'm not trying to say all Christians again. I'm just saying that I think the church already has a bad rep, and then you have those that don't go to church, which I don't find anything wrong with. I don't think you have to go to church to be a good person whatsoever. I think you just have to be a good person to be a good person. And my parents always taught that to me. They were always like, listen, you don't need to go to church. You don't need to, go along with all of their rules to be a good person. What makes a good person is your character and how you treat other people. That's what makes you a good person. Don't eat the bird. First of all, I'm allergic to poultry, so I couldn't even eat the bird. But I do want some pad thai. But that's the thing. You have these fake people that'll be like, you have to go to church every Sunday. You have to do this. And, they got the whole homophobia thing going. They got the whole judgy thing going. And that is not what Jesus or Yeshua intended. He was all about love. And if he saw, which he probably does, if he saw all of that stuff, of all the hate that people are using as an excuse in his name, he would be so, and he probably is still upset. Like, that's not what he wanted. That's not what he intended. He just wanted to spread love and peace and all that stuff. And people, the fake ones, the fake Christians and Catholic people, they try to use his name to do their evil or, not so good bidding. And that's horrible. And, people are starting to wake up and notice that that's not what, is supposed to be going on. That's not what was intended. And I feel like there's a lot more people moving out of those religions, especially because what's going on today. And they're either becoming more atheists, Satanists, or they're just going their own separate way and just going through what they believe is the right way. Which I feel like most people that watch this channel, they have their own thing, like their own religion that they go based off of. And it's not really taking from one, it's taking from multiple. Which I feel like, to be honest, is better because you have a perspective or multiple perspectives of a bunch of different things. I was raised Catholic, but half of my family is also Christian, and a lot of them were very nasty. Some of them, when I watch how they raise their kids, I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, they'll say tattoos are tacky and trashy, and People are going to hell for that. Well, guess the fuck what? I got them all over myself. So, first of all, you shouldn't be preaching that shit. Or my hair. Speaking of which, I have a fuzzy in it. Yeah, they would not like this, would they? Some things that they would say is, like, you're gonna go to hell, which is, like, their favorite thing to say. And I'm just like, well, joke's on you. I'm already there. Just kidding. But anyway, they would just say that stuff, and I personally have not been to hell. However, I know people that have, and because I'm an empath, I know how they felt. I can feel what they felt when they were there, and I can feel them healing, and I'm losing my voice. I can feel all of what they felt and endured, and there's no words to describe that. Like, that is horrible, and I would never want anyone to have to live through that. And so telling a child, or anybody, it doesn't even have to be a child, that you're going to hell because you're not following their standards is pretty fucked up. It's really messed up, and I don't like that they try to scare people into going into that religion. Yeah. That's just another pet peeve that I have. And the whole my body, my choice thing. Again, I think everyone should have the free will to do with what they want to do with their body, whether that's tattoos or, I don't know, you know where I'm going to go with this. The freedom to choose contraceptives or abortion, depending, that's a whole range of things going on in there, but reasonable, you know, within reason, I should say, when it comes to that. But and I also want to point out the I can't even say that word, hypocrisy. Yeah, there we go. Sorry. That you'll have one side be like, my body, my choice, but then that's the same side that tried to scare everybody into vaccines for COVID. So make it make sense. I don't understand that. Unless you go based off of, it's not just yourself, but it's everybody else kind of thing, then maybe I can see that point of view. But using religion as a fear tactic, it doesn't last very long, because then you'll get people that are smart and realize, well, that ain't fucking true. But, yeah. And now I feel like I'm going in circles. But if anybody has anything to add to that, please let me know. I'm very curious to know what you have to say. I'm so itchy. But yeah, my guides, sometimes when they relay messages to me, they're very vague, and they give me like symbols and stuff, and I gotta put that shit together. Sometimes it's loud and very coherent, and it's like you can't miss it. But so I get frustrated when they don't just tell me straight up, because I'm always scared that I will relay a message improperly. I don't know if anyone's ever had that issue. But Melinda, in one of her recent videos, said something very wise and something that I agree with. She said that certain psychics are given certain messages on purpose because of their delivery and how they deliver it, and they know how to deliver it. That's why they're given those messages. I fully agree with that. Absolutely. She's right. I think I need to do, and not that I think, but I know I need to do a better job in my delivery. So what did you say, Diana? You said, I think I may have been there in a previous lifetime, but I'm not sure. I remember before Minda's Hell video came out, I had a sudden vision of her giving me a hug. So maybe we talked about it. If it did happen, it was a very long time ago in my life cycle history. Which, that is very possible. And you're just trying to heal from those traumas now, which is why if you are getting flashes of certain scenarios, that could make sense. That could absolutely make sense then. If you hear noises, it's my dog like dreaming and him like making noises. It's so cute. Yeah, sometimes I will get flashes of a previous life, and it's weird. It always freaking happens when I'm walking around, not like when I'm meditating. Has anybody ever had that happen? Like, I think it was last week or the week before. It was like while I was still on vacation. And this happened like a year before too, pretty much like the same time actually, if I think about it. But I was walking around doing a hike, and all of a sudden, all the trees and foliage where I was in the woods, all of those plants flopped over to a different kind of plant. And it was just a different environment. It was very freaky, but it brought me back to the dinosaur age. And I'm like, we're doing this again? Like, it's pretty cool, but like, what's going on? And so I saw plants that we've never had in the history of our like lifetime. Like, I don't know if it was like before people or before, let me just say it was with the dinosaurs. Because I don't know if there were people with dinosaurs. Maybe there were. I don't know. But, so I saw all these cool looking plants, and it looked like I was in a rainforest, and then I saw 2 dinosaurs, and I was like, am I hallucinating? Like, is the heat getting to me? Like, what is going on? And it was those dinosaurs, and I can never remember what they're called. I'm bad at names. The ones with the long necks, right? If you watch The Land Before Time, Littlefoot and his people, or his family, the ones with the long neck. I was like, okay, that's cool. And what triggered it was when I was walking, I looked to my left and I saw this star-looking leaf, and it just went bam, and everything just flopped over. It was really cool. But I will read your message in a second, Diana. But this happened to me like a year before. Same thing. I was walking on a trail. It wasn't exactly in the woods, and all of a sudden, I wasn't looking at anything in particular. I was like dazed, and it just went boop, and I was in a completely different environment. Like, it was like, and I wasn't meditating again. I was literally just walking and getting exercise in, and it just flipped over like that. But I've had a very lucid experience where I came from, or I was flying to another world or planet. It looked like it was another planet. It looks similar to Earth. Maybe it was Earth in a very, very, very long time ago. And it had water, it had cliffs. There are these dinosaurs, and I'm going to refer back to The Land Before Time. Whatever kind of dinosaur Ducky was, I saw a lot of those, but bigger, just running in herds, like past the cliff alongside the water. And it reminded me of this event that had just happened to me a few weeks ago. And it reminded me of that same place. So I'm guessing, I know I'm a starseed for sure. That's not even a question. But I'm guessing I was looking at my home, my previous home. I don't know how many lifetimes ago, but I know it was one of my homes in a previous life. So I'm going back to your messages, Diana. Sometimes spirit will say something like completely unrelated, but it ends up pointing me to what I was meant to see or find. That's awesome. Spirit has been using lights to communicate with me recently, but I never know what it means, like a light flickering not only at different rooms in the house, but also once at work. Ooh. That's happened to me too. Now, Chastity brought up a very good idea, right? She said, put the black tourmaline on your third eye when you meditate, and it should help clear whatever negative energy is there, which is correct. And I know it's correct because it worked for me, and I don't know if it's worked for you, Diana. I forget if you told me if it did or not. But then when I did that, the first time I did that, I started seeing those pinpoint lights in my room. And I was like, what is that? Like, it wasn't bad or anything. It was just a shock because I don't typically see orbs. And the only orbs I've ever seen, I mean, I've seen them in photos and videos after the fact. But I've never seen them, like, right in front of me. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? And then the only other ones I've ever seen were dark ones, like the black purple ones, which was at that haunted house, which was the first time I've ever seen an orb. And I knew it was bad. But that was the only other time I actually saw it happening right in front of me, not in meditation or anything. But yeah, I'm not quite sure. Depending on what spirit it is, it could just be more of a, they could just be like trying to calm you down or giving you a pretty sight to see, to be like, hey, like, we're here just so you know, like, we're always here kind of situation. I feel like that's what a lot of it is, and to get your attention too. But it's really pretty, especially when it's positive spirits, when you can see that in your room. It's like being right next to a star and it flickering. It's really, really beautiful. And hopefully more people can witness that. Yeah. But have any of you guys seen, or do any of you guys know about your previous life? Any lifetimes? Like, has any of you seen that? It's hard to see if you're not. It did help a lot. Yeah. I'm just curious to know if anyone else has seen any of their previous lives, because I want to know what what your experiences are. Iron Zombie, welcome. Says you may have traveled back in time millions of years ago where Triceratops, Brontosaurus, T-Rex roamed the earth, etc. That's what I thought at first. I thought maybe, but I had also traveled to a planet with similar animals. Not exact, but similar animals. Veronique, I cannot look at war movies. It's too much and an awakened familiar feeling. Well, you probably already know then what that means. You were probably in that kind of situation in a previous life. Which I think it would be, I know some mediums say, like, it doesn't help a person to know what their past lives were. Like, you should be living in the now and working on yourself now. But I kind of disagree. I think sometimes past traumas and negative energies can be carried over into the present lifetime. And if we can figure that out and cleanse that, I think that would help us in the long run. Yeah, I think that would help us in the long run if we knew our past. I want to learn all my past lives. The only one I only know about 2. Barely, but I know a little bit about 2 past lives. And I'm starting to see who's in my soul circle. I don't know if anyone else has seen anybody in their soul circle. I know, Diana, you and I have talked about like a little bit of yours. And that's awesome that you know who's in your soul circle. That's awesome. But I think I know 2 or 3 people. And I'm talking more about spirits too. Like, I know a lot of people, especially like friends and family, they a lot of them kind of reincarnate with themselves and their soul family. But I mean, like, Have you guys met any spirits that are in your soul circle and that you've made contracts with for long periods of time? I'm just curious. I know my great-grandma is one of them. She's also one of my guides. There's I think there's another female too, and I don't know what her name is, and I wish I did. And then there's 2 guys. I only know what he looks like. I don't know what his name is. And the other one is, I know what his name is, and I know what he looks like. What did you say, Diana? The spirits talk about me once being a nomad in Rome, but I don't have much memory of that ever happening. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Maybe if you meditated on it? Or if you go to a specialist who specializes in past life regressions, right? That could help you. But those people are very pricey. But from the one I did, I learned how to get myself into it. So I'm sure there's videos on how to do it. And then if you ask your guides to help you, I'm sure they will. Because I don't even know how many life cycles I've been through. Probably a shit ton. And I want to know all of them. I don't know. It's very interesting. It's very good too for like a creative standpoint, especially if you're like a writer or you do comics or anything with stories. That is really good like information to use, I think. And I always talk about working on my book, and I'm not done, and I'm slow, and I have like 30 projects at a time, so I can never get one done. I always have to start like 2 more before I finish one, which I hate that about myself. But I always, when I record my dreams and meditations and stuff, I always make sure that I get as much details as I can, because I eventually want to turn that into a book. I wish I could just quit my job and just focus on writing. That would be so fucking fantastic. But gotta eat, gotta pay the bills for now. Yeah. But now I kind of deviated from the whole Christian thing to something else. I didn't want to stay on that topic for very long, because I feel like there's not much else to really talk about. And I'm trying to just convey my message and not water it down with a bunch of hoofla, really. But Ghost is petting me with his feet. He's a sleepy boy. But anyway, I thought I would just come on and talk to you guys. There's not much else going on either. So I might just end it soon, because we're already about an hour in. But if anyone, again, has anything else they want to add in or discuss, feel free to drop it in there. We can. If not, I'm probably going to end this. I keep getting notifications that drop down. There we go. What did you say, Diana? I don't know. It sounds kind of boring. I'd rather keep training for what I'm set to do now, but I'm sure it would be meaningful to look into it. Yeah. I'm focused more on training right now than I am at my past lives. But I always tell my guides I always tell my guides that, hey, like, I do want to learn about this stuff. So if you want to drop it here and there, feel free. But yeah. Veronique, you want to study sacred geometry? It's so calming. Yes. I love shapes and stuff. You guys know I have Metatron's cube as a tattoo on my leg, right? And I use that to focus energy there on the astral realm. and it just helps me, like, get into the mode I need to get into. But I love that kind of stuff. I love the art with it too. It's so pretty, and all the lines and stuff. I don't know, I love it so much. But it would be good to, like, understand what each thing means. I think that would be helpful. Ghost is so cute. He is so cute. He's sitting right next to me. I'm surprised he's very, like, calm, because usually he's, like, trying to nip at me to get attention, but I've been giving him training. So he seems pretty good, and he's actually, I've worked with him on the astral realm, I think twice that I can remember. And I know when I was on vacation, I was scared that he was going to be all upset and stuff. So I was able to astral project to the pet sitter's house and check on him. And of course, he was like, I'm fine, like, it's fine. And it was like I didn't even leave. And he was okay. He's so cute. Hi, Ghost. Oh, you know we're talking about you. Yeah. And so I also, I'm trying to think of another time of what, there was another time I was with him on the astral realm. Oh, and I don't know if I've talked about this in a video. It was about a week or two ago. I don't remember. It was like a week or two ago. I was meditating on my beanbag chair, and I got locked in. And a negative entity, sometimes what they'll do is they'll keep me stuck from me returning back to my body and, like, waking up. And so that happened, and every time it happens, it scares the shit out of me, because I'm just like, am I gonna die? But actually, Ghost rescued me, and I don't know what he did. I remember him barking, and he was asleep too when this happened, so we were both on the astral realm at the same time. It was really freaking cool. And so I got locked in by an entity, and I was trying to get myself to wake up, so, like, wiggling my fingers, my toes, anything I can. But what would happen is, like, my consciousness would reset and pretend that I didn't, like that I wasn't trying to get out. It would reset, and it was fucking weird, and I don't like that. But so he actually came, started barking, and that got me out of it. And when I sat up, I saw that he was passed out on the floor. Have you used the rune I've made for you? Oh shit, Veronique. I completely forgot you did that. Actually, when you made it, I used it the first day. Was I supposed to use it after that? Sorry, I don't know how any of that works. I used it the first day. Sorry. I wasn't sure, and I know I should have just messaged you, but there was so much going on that the things I was doing, it kind of made me forget about it, other than when you had done it. And I remember tracing it in the air in front of my face when you did it. And I remember, what did you do with it? Yeah, so when you did it, I did it in the air, and then I did one of these. I drew it on my palm. I don't know if that was the right thing to do, but that's what I felt like I had to do. Let me see something. And you probably gave me instructions, and because I have the freaking memory of a squirrel, probably did it wrong. Da, 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 da. So put in the form inside his collar or harness. Yeah, so I didn't put it in his collar or harness because I'm an idiot. And I fucked up. Oh, now you're gonna be nasty, bud. Now he's... you can draw it on the inside of his collar. I'm going to draw it on the inside of his collar. I think that would be more beneficial because he's a wriggly mofo and he just doesn't sit still, and I think it would fall off. But I'm probably going to get a Sharpie and do it. So I had gotten him, and I know I told you this, Veronique, that I had gotten him the charms, and it worked, right? But the charms worked for a bit until the one kept falling off and it wouldn't stay. I know. Yeah? You good boy? You good? Sit? Sit. Yeah. But yeah, I'm going to have to draw it. Because I was relying more on the charms that I had got him. But now that the one won't stay on and I don't know why. Hey, don't chew my chair. Now that the charm popped off and it won't stay on, I need something else. So thank you, Veronique, for reminding me. I'm going to draw it on his harness after this live video because he needs it. The last 2 days he's been actually really sick. We were at the creek on Sunday, right, to get his energy out. And we were splashing around swimming, and he when he's in the water, he doesn't keep his mouth shut. He just goes like this, like an alligator, and eats the freaking water. And so he got a bacterial infection in his stomach, and he started having stomach problems. Come on, bud. Don't go in my stuff. Ronnie, burn a black and brown candle while you draw and really feel the intention. It's like a sigil. Okay, I got brown candles now. So I will absolutely do that. And I have, the only black candle that I have is the old curse cure I got from Melinda, her candle. So I can use that. And it's not the blue ones that she made recently. It's actually kind of black. So I'll use that. But thank you for the tips, Veronique. It is very helpful. But if you guys are having issues with your psychic stuff, and I know I told you this, Dee, but Veronique, try putting black tourmaline on your third eye when you meditate. Hey, get out of the... Now he's misbehaving, so I'm going to have to end this soon. But Ghost is like, okay, Mom, time to go. Literally. Ow! He just bit me. Bud, come here. There. You probably see his head. He's an attention whore. Seriously. He's like, my nap is over. And it's time to play. But anyway, I'm going to end it here because he probably wants something. Probably has to go outside. But thank you guys for watching. Have a super special, awesome day. Have a safe day. Stay well. I love all of you. And yeah, peace out.